What is going on, everyone? Welcome to a post-EVO edition of Quest to Cosmic. And man, EVO was just nuts. I loved every minute that I watched was just craziness and just hype, and it was so good. This year was so great. Lots of storylines and lots of upsets. Crazy upsets happened this year. And again, if you haven't watched EVO, I would probably avoid watching this episode of Quest to Cosmic because I'm probably going to be spoiling a lot of what happened at EVO. I'm basically going to be, saying what happened with every matchup and just giving my thoughts about it. So yeah, if you don't want spoilers, probably stop the video right now. But with that, I watched a little bit of King of Fighters. I don't really play King of Fighters, nor do I keep up with it, but I did notice that I'm aware of how Mad KOF was pretty much the top player, the one that everybody expected to win, and he ended up getting third, I believe. He ended up losing a lot earlier than people thought. So that was cool to watch. It was cool seeing his exit of the tournament match and then the finals. Pretty cool stuff. So I watched a little bit of that, and most of the footage that I watched was Smash Brothers, Melee, and Marvel. I watched a little bit of KI. They didn't have a tournament series of KI. It was just, just random players playing the game. Developers going against, Maximilian and I believe, who was it that played? Some guy that was on like a 30-game win streak or something like that. It was cool watching that footage. I really enjoyed that one. They played that before Marvel top 8 or top 16, so that was cool watching. But yeah, pretty much I would say the main storyline of Smash Brothers was the downfall of Armada and the return of Mango. If you don't keep up with everything that happened at Smash Brothers, pretty much when Ken retired, Mango was the one that came in and just completely took over his position. There was a little, you can argue that it was between him and Mewtwo King. It was a lot of back and forth between them. But Mango, I would say Mango was, maybe I'm a little bit biased because he's from California. I would say that Mango was, the new top player. But that was a long time ago. Since then, there's been a lot of players that have kind of took over the throne a little bit. You can say Mewtwo King, he's still pretty dominant. But mostly over the past, I would say 3 years, it's been Armada that has been the top player. And they were mentioning that Armada hasn't even been in losers for the last 3 years. He's basically won every single tournament. He's been that dominant, and pretty much everybody expected him to win. He gets sent to losers pretty early, not maybe top 64ish, around there, but he gets dominated by Dr. PP. Completely just dominated. It was nuts. It was nuts seeing the best player over the past 3 years get so dissected. Just craziness. And so Armada has to fight his way through losers for almost the entire tournament, and he just completely destroyed that loser. He wrecked that losers bracket so badly. It was just, there was a lot of pretty good players just, feeling his fury. So people thought, he's gonna fight his way through losers. He's gonna, be just fine. Meanwhile, Mango is quietly destroying, some of the best players in the entire world, just destroying them. He's doing it so quietly. Like, he's obviously one of the best players in the world, but nobody expected him to win, I don't think. And he's just like completely dominating people. I was telling my friend, dude, look at Mango's, look at him, look at what he's doing. He is unstoppable. Nobody's gonna beat him. And my friend's like, no, watch, what's the Ice Climbers player? Wobbles. It's a toss-up between him and Wobbles, and anything can happen in that matchup. Nope, destroys Wobbles in the finals, resets the bracket, and then just, I think Wobbles had one win in that entire finals set. That's pretty dominant. And you just feel it. Like, I'm a Fox player. I play Fox, Captain Falcon, and Young Link, and I could just tell, like, he's moving around too well. He's punishing too well. Mango probably isn't going to be stopped in this tournament. And he ends up winning. Pretty awesome sets. Before Grand Finals was pretty much destruction, but in the matches before, there was some pretty close matches between him and some of the other players. I was hoping for Silent Spectre to do a little bit better than he did. I love watching him. My main is Captain Falcon, and so I love all the good Captain Falcon players like him and Hacks. I was hoping for that. Hacks did make it to top 16, I believe, or maybe even top 8. So he made it pretty far. It was cool watching him. And yeah, I play Fox as well, so it was cool seeing Mango do his thing and just he pushed the Marvel. The Melee. Just the overall like craziness. It's so crazy seeing players still get better and better at Smash Bros. It's a 12-year-old game, and it's nuts. Like, what else is there left to discover? That most people think that, and yet people are still discovering new things for Smash Bros. And getting better at some of the old stuff. So awesome watching Smash Bros. I loved it. It was really cool. And seeing Wobbles land seeing him wobble so much, like he won so many really close matches by wobbling, and it's I'm not a big fan of wobbles, but the EVO crowd was just eating it up. It was pretty hype. But yeah, I watched a lot of Smash Brothers, a lot of Marvel. I tried to avoid watching Marvel early on because it was just non-stop. One player completely dominating the other, and it depends on who you're watching, but a lot of those types of matchups aren't all that entertaining. And so yeah, that's basically what was happening. And after maybe like the 10th or 20th straight Dr. Doom Virgil team, I thought, I wanted to catch as much Marvel as I could, but it was just all. It was all Doom, it was all Virgil, and it was all dominating performances. So I skipped a lot of the early stuff. I caught a few matches. I obviously wanted to see. I wanted to see if any of my friends would show up on stream, or anybody that I really pay attention to would show up, but it never really happened. So I skipped a lot of early Marvel to catch some of the top, catch some of the bigger Smash matches. So, but yeah, let's see. What do I? Marvel didn't get crazy until maybe top 32-ish. Chris G had been in losers bracket almost the entire tournament. It was nuts. I need to catch who he lost to, and I'm really hoping they release that footage, because I don't think it was on stream. I'm really hoping that footage will come out, because I want to watch that match. But pretty much the main storyline of Marvel was Justin Wong, pretty much the Chris G Justin Wong matchup. That was the cream of the crop for Marvel. It was nuts, it was dramatic, and it was somehow expecting. Like, of course, it's Justin Wong. How else would it end? Except for him coming from the brink of defeat and just defeating probably the best player in the world right now. It was nuts. It was crazy, and it was just a really cool match to watch. And yeah, I do want to watch that one again, because that one's gonna be a classic. And Justin Wong just climbed his way After he had been in winners almost the entire time, and then he ended up losing to, who did he lose to? God, man, I want to get the brackets here, but I don't think I will be able to. I want to say he lost to Flocker. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he lost to Flocker, and then he ended up losing. Oh my goodness, the Flocker, the Flocker Justin Wong matchup in finals. It seemed like Justin Wong was gonna do it again. He was gonna come back from the brink of defeat and defeat Flocker to take EVO, and it just didn't happen. Like that last match was really weird, and it felt like, you know, something might happen, but Flocker ended up, you know, really stepping up and taking out Justin Wong and winning. It didn't seem like he was gonna win until like maybe the last 15 seconds of that match, so it was nuts. But yeah, Justin Wong resetting the bracket against Flocker was crazy. Justin Wong had some really huge moments in EVO this year, and it was really cool to see that. Something that wasn't cool to see was Filipino champ against that first guy that he went against. I don't remember his name. Zach, I think that's the one. It was I don't know. Some people find that kind of stuff entertaining. I didn't think he was just being a sore winner, though. Like, you know, it's something that a sore loser would do, but the guy that ended up winning ends up acting like that. It was really weird to see. And if you don't remember, he was kind of like motioning Zach to just get off the stage. Like, he was just treating him like some day one scrub that you just beat. You know, you don't belong on this stage with me. I'm way better than you. I proved it. Get off the stage. That kind of stuff. And Zach was just sitting there, like, unable to, like, even understand what's going on. It's like, is he really doing this? Like, you know, it was just so weird to see. And I don't know. I don't really like that kind of stuff. But I guess some of the crowd was, like, you know, really eating it up. But kind of weird. But yeah, man, Cloud 805, he was... It was cool to see him do so well, because they were mentioning that he is a online warrior, and seeing an online warrior make it to top 8 and do so well is crazy. It's nuts. Like, he was in winners until he lost to Angelic, I believe, and then he ends up taking out, I want to say, who did he take? He took out somebody big. I'm trying to find him in the brackets. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna be. He ends up knocking out Filipino champ. Yeah, which is, it was nuts. Like, Filipino champ just won EVO last year, and an online warrior ends up knocking Filipino champ out of the entire tournament. That's crazy to me. It's something that shouldn't really happen, but it ended up happening. Pretty cool to see, I think. You know, I love watching Filipino champ. I like seeing him do well, but seeing Cloud take him out of the tournament, that's a pretty big moment. Probably not one that he's gonna forget anytime soon. So yeah, Flocker, you know, did well. Obviously, Justin Wong did really well. Chris G probably didn't do as well as he had hoped. He's gonna forever be, like, I call this like a posterized moment in basketball. Like, if when you see a player dunk on another player, the player that got dunked on, he got posterized, and Chris G is forever gonna be in Justin Wong's big moment montage when he ends up retiring. It's gonna be him, and it's gonna be Yipes in that crazy Cyclops comeback, and obviously all the other crazy moments that Justin Wong has. But that's probably not something that Chris G wanted to happen. So yeah, lots of really cool stuff. And just one more quick thing before the video ends. Something that I noticed is that Morgan was a lot more prevalent in this EVO as opposed to last EVO. Kind of really strange, because last year I was like, you know, man, where are all the Morgans? There's like no Morgans here in this EVO. But this year I noticed a lot more Morgan teams, and it's just weird seeing, you know, even with the rise of Morgan and how so many people hate her, feel she needs to be nerfed, and yet still Chris G is really the only Morgan player even coming close to making it to the grand stage of some of the biggest tournaments. Kind of weird seeing, and it's just kind of something to think about, I guess. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this set of games, and we'll catch you guys next time when I do something else. But until then, peace.